Here we go. Now you guys can hear me. You probably can hear me now. You couldn't hear me just a moment ago, so my bad on that. But yeah, welcome guys. Welcome, man. Been a crazy last couple of days, coming off of the weekend and the holiday and things like that. I was unable to stream last night. I was extremely tired. My bad about that, guys, but I promise y'all I'm gonna get back on schedule, man. Tuesdays and Wednesdays will be the stream, and some impromptu streams as well. But I'm gonna definitely try my best to stick to Tuesday and Wednesday. I encourage everybody to follow me on Twitter, man, because a lot of times I'll announce on Twitter if I'm not streaming. So, I definitely try to let you guys know in that regard. But here we go, man. Let's go ahead and get it going. Hopefully you guys can hear me and all. I can actually check myself here. Yep. All right, it's playing perfectly. All right, guys, so what we're basically doing, man, let me show y'all what the setup will be. We're going to try everything on default. I put it back on All Pro here, as you can see. Got it on fast, it's just the way I prefer to play. Actually, let's change that. We're going to do, run a game. Probably will be just one game, man. Don't want to run too long tonight. So what we're going to do is cut off the Excel clock. All right, so we'll do that. We'll run 8 minutes. Show you guys that I put the sliders back at default. So we can just see how the game is playing. I haven't had a lot of time to test the zones and things like that myself. I've actually watched a couple of good streams. Definitely NYKia. Shout outs to him. Go check him out. He did a great job. Over 2 hours breaking down the good and the bad. And here's what we got here, guys. I may turn that accuracy down a little bit, but this is just a test. This is really not, the most important thing. Got pass interference up, got defensive holding up, got fatigue at 60, injuries at 20. Threshold, I'm trying it at about 60, just to see, you don't want crazy separation, but you want, some difference. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it, man. This is just a test CFM, guys. Obviously, I'm going to start my CFM over come Friday when the actual rosters are updated. And there you have it. So let's go ahead and jump into this game real quick. What's good, everybody, man? How y'all doing, man? How you guys doing? I've been hearing some good things about this update. I won't consider it an actual patch. It is a title update, but it's not the these guys usually do. We all, guys who play Madden, their cycle is usually like 30 days, 60 days, etc., etc. This was more or less, the title update to fix the zones and things that we, really hammered home about when we went down for the capture event. A lot of us that was at EA Play felt like the game played a lot better there. The zones were a lot tighter. Obviously, we see how it was when we did the capture event. And, shout outs to Thunder Nation. Let's give him a round of applause. Shout outs to you, man. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Always appreciate that. But yeah, man, a lot of us, voiced our opinion there. Told them that it was not what we felt. At EA Play, they rushed and got an update out because they knew the zones were not playing well. What they basically did, man, is they fixed the reaction time. You're going to see guys react to the ball a lot faster. It's still based off of ratings. So different, tiers of guys will break faster. Also, you're going to see guys playing their zone better. I will say this, and again, NYKia mentioned it as well. It's still issues with, technique. The way they should be playing a certain, the way they should be playing a certain zone, or as far as, playing the inside, playing the outside, getting leverage and things like that. There's still some issues there. That's more than just a patch. You know what I mean? You got to do more than that. But yeah, some issues in that regard that they still need to address. I don't know if that's something that can be addressed throughout the year, or if that's something that's in the next game. Been definitely talking to, A-Dub. You guys know, I refer to him all the time. There's things there that he definitely knows that needs to be addressed, things that he wants to do. I can say that much. I can't give you guys, in-depth information as far as what we discussed or when to expect, but I could definitely confirm things like the way they, the technique. You guys hear me say that on the Sim Standard Radio Show. That's where he's trying to go with it. you know, different corners playing in different ways, and just the way that the technique of playing a press or off coverage and bail technique, etc., etc. So those things are on the docket. Those things will be coming, guys. Trust me when I say that. You guys know I've never told you guys a lie. Anything that I've been told, I share it with you guys to the, you know, up to the degree that I can. And when things aren't delivered, I voice my opinion on that as well. So we'll see what happens here, guys.
What a game he had last week. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco.
Would the speed threshold go in the opposite direction if you're looking for? Nah, it would, but I've seen a lot of slaughter guys say they tried it higher, you know, because you don't necessarily want this huge gap, because the game probably is not balanced enough to really, you know, honor the threshold being at 0. You understand? So just trying to see, you know, you want guys to get separation, but you want it to be more realistic, like what you would see in the real world. You know what I mean?
He'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Wait, if the Hurricane, when we get that roster update? That's a good question. I hope so. I hope so. That's a good question. I'll have to find that out if I can. The 2K18 prologue less than 2 days. Well, okay, well, congratulations. I'm sure we all are happy about that. We'll be playing that.
This is 3rd and 8.
You know, definitely hope 2K delivers, man, on what they're trying to do, man. I really do. I really hope they deliver. You know, because they can set a new precedent, man. All right, so what we're going to be doing in this game, guys, is doing a lot of zone play. Obviously, you know, just seeing how things are being ran. So let's look at the previous play there. All right, so it's cover 2 versus verts, you know, verticals, trip formation. So let's see what's going on with that. All right, so what you see here, guys, for, you know, you guys that, you know football principles and things like that, man, you have to count from the outside in. You know, so you got 3 over here. So here's your number 1, your number 2, your number 3. You know, on this side, you know, this guy would be considered, you know, be the number 1. This would basically be the number 2 in this scenario. If he was lined up on the opposite side, you have a different situation. And we're in Tampa 2. So let's see how everybody's playing with, you know, you get a nice jam right there by Cam Sutton, a reroute. All right, he's dropping into his zone. Ball comes out quick. So we can't really see how far, you know, Sutton would carry this and or how far Artie Burns would carry that. It's good to see both of them getting their reroutes right there. You definitely want to see that. You have Shazier here in the middle. You know, he's the middle through guy. And he's basically picking up this guy being his threat. Let's see what's happening on this side. Bud Dupree, basically, he didn't get a hand on the tight end, but he rerouted him enough. That's some twitchy motion right there. I don't really like that. Still need to fix that. But here's what I really wanted to look at. Joe Hayden here. You know, I want to see what these guys do when nobody is in their flat area. This has been an area of emphasis that I've talked about quite often. You know, when I played football, you know, we were taught in the secondary, listen, if nobody is in your area, then you need to change this into a man situation. You know, take the closest threat, or at least, you know, just start rotating yourself over to where the ball could be thrown. All right. You know, he definitely has to honor the running back, though. So he has to keep an eye on the running back, which he does. Right. Because that's his flat. And let's see what Sean is doing here. Sean Davis is backing up. You know, both safeties playing deep. Still could be an issue, guys, as far as the depth that the safeties are getting. I think sometimes they play a little too deep. But, you know, we'll keep a close eye on that. But there you have it. All right, NFL 2K guys, we appreciate that. What else you want us to say? I mean, in here in a Madden video, you know, but whatever. Yeah, like I said, we all, I'm sure, are excited to see what 2K has to bring to the table. Contrary to what people believe, they have not delivered a great, perfect game. No, they have not. They've done a good job with the game they have. I'm the first one to say that. Their details are on par. But 2K suffers from their own batch of gameplay problems. So let's not act like they don't. every one of these games we play have their own issues. You know, some of you guys choose to compare the companies. I do not. I compare each game to themselves, and I look at other companies to decide, oh, they do that pretty well. Maybe y'all should look into that. Oh, that company did that pretty well. Maybe you should do that. But in terms of saying, oh, 2K gets it right. Oh, MLB gets it right. Oh, none of them get it all the way right. So come on, let's stop that. But anyway, I'm not going to get that much more attention to that. All right, I already see something I don't like. I like what Artie Burns did there. Let's go back and take a look at this play. Now, I shouldn't have played on Vince Williams right there. My bad. I'm forgetting that I'm trying to test out. But as you guys can see, it's cover 6 against this play action here. Let's take a look at what's going on. I'm going to show you one thing that I don't like. This is still my pet peeve, man. Let's take a look at Ryan Shazier. What's he doing right here? What's he doing? Now, I know, you know, this is basically the area he's supposed to cover. But this right here, this is the biggest problem that I have with coverage in Madden in general. Why is he just standing here? No NFL player does this. No NFL player does this. No football player just stands there and he's just dormant. I don't like that. Make him do something. Even if you don't want him to leave his area, cool. But let me see him engaged. You know what I mean? Don't like that. Let's look at the rest of the coverage here. All right, so I believe, yep, you got Bud Dupree here playing his side. Does a pretty good job. Corner here. Hayden is going to pretty much be all over that. All right, you got Sean Davis here in the middle. You know, and his responsibility definitely, you know, if he sees anything vertical come here, he needs to get on his horse and run. All right. I like to see him break out of this now. This is just my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion, but I would like to see these players start diagnosing what's happening. So what I'm saying, and in this scenario, I would like to see these players acknowledge, okay, all of the threats are over here, right? You could possibly say maybe this guy could, you know, break free, but the chances of that happening, But what I would like to see Sean Davis do in this scenario is start making a decision, commit to an area. I get right now he's reading the quarterback, but what ground is he covering? You see? See what I'm saying? I just have a little issue with that. Mike Mitchell. And granted, I understand they're supposed to play those deep thirds. I get it. What I'm saying, the next layer of coverage needs to be where these guys recognize what is occurring on the field and start reacting to that. Like, you know, I understand Mike Mitchell here keeping his depth because, you know, he has to keep an eye on both of these guys here. Does a pretty good job. But I do like this. And this is primarily what has been to him. Reaction time. I don't like the flat feet, but I do like the fact that Artie Burns is able to break out of where he is and get to the plate. Love that. I love that. React to the ball, and he reacts very quickly. Beautiful stuff. But like I said, there's still some problems here in terms of technique and things of that nature. I won't bore you guys. And I'm not saying bored, but, you know, I won't take too long going into depth with each guy's, you know, what they're supposed to do responsibility-wise. You know, I'll save that for another time, but yeah, good to see stuff like that, but still a lot of work needs to be done. Let me see. Oh, God. This guy here is funny. Do I have to start my season over because of the patch? No, you shouldn't have to. Start Juju Smith-Schuster and Connor SimFBallCritic, please. All right, I will. Why not? It's just a test. This is just a test. Because, you know, as soon as that as soon as the roster comes out, then yeah, you better believe at that moment I will basically start the real franchise. And what I'm going to do is start it from the Play Live now. So everything will be updated.
When they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
All right. Have you seen when you play Just the Moments how many missed extra points there is and so on? I actually haven't. I saw somebody else say that. I haven't seen many. I can honestly say I haven't seen many missed extra points. I haven't even really seen a whole lot of missed. Oh, that was man. So we'll really need to look at that. I haven't even seen a whole lot of missed field goals. I don't know. But I actually saw somebody mention that on Twitter, about the excessive amount of extra points being missed. I haven't seen that myself. I see you, James Conner. The problem is this needs to be a coverage sack. Sim, look at the line play. There is a no. Yes. Absolutely. Fully agree. Though they have increased, they've done some slight changes to pass rush. Still, it's one of the things I talk about all the time, man. The players still are not aware of what's going on. A lot of times they are locked into their animation only. They're not watching the quarterback. That's a problem for me. You got to get the D-line and, nice play right there. You got to get the D-line, man, and whoever is pursuing the quarterback needs to be actively trying to get to the quarterback and looking at the quarterback to determine where they need to go. That's how it's done in the real world. That's how it's done.
So do you decide to
keep
smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Hey, you really love Juju, huh? He said, throw it to Schuster. All right, let me see if we can get him open, man. There he is. Oh, that's a good reaction right there by that guy.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver.
Let's see. Let's just make sure there wasn't anything crazy. Let's look at it real quick. Kind of stuck in, looking like he don't know what's happening here. This guy. No, he reads it pretty well. Gets back in position. Minimal shift. I can live with that. So we'll try to throw it to him again, man.
And it'll bring up third down.
And that was cover 3. That was pretty decent coverage right there as far as zone. Let's see if we can get it back to Juju. Another play. Let's try here. Let's see if we can get him on this corner strike. Well, actually, that's not going to be him. That's going to be Antonio Brown. Bryant. So I'll throw a slant to Juju. And see how that Mike plays it.
On third and goal,
oh, wide open. Juju Smith-Schuster, wide open.
Touchdown.
Oh, okay. Well, appreciate that. I'm Crazy Cracker. Thanks for sharing your opinion.
So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone.
Let's see. What coverage is that? Cover 9. So let's see what happened there. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense in that coverage. I'm gonna show you. Go back and show you the play out in a moment, but that makes sense. That formation threw them off. You can see this nickel guy, rerouted him, but because they crossed, froze this guy, leaves him wide open. And you're leaving this linebacker in a tough situation. He flows over to this side. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that popping open. I ain't too mad at that. It makes sense.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted.
Put in now the GOAT.
And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before.
No, I'll go ahead and let Connor go in there since my man wanted to see Connor. Come on, man. I'm not. Why you want to see all the rookies? Good Lord. Okay, man. Just for you. Now you want to see Josh Dobbs. All right, let's see what we got here. What's going to be very interesting, too, man, with the reaction time and all that being enhanced, how will that affect accuracy by different quarterbacks? You know what I mean?
Now to kick this one away.
Did Connor make the cut in real life? Jesus Christ.
Taken in at the 1.
Of course he did. You must not follow the Steelers too closely. Yeah, but of course he did, man. They're not going to cut the third round draft pick. That would be detrimental. That would be a disaster. Yeah, you know, he made it. Fitzgerald too signed. Got recut and re-signed to the practice squad, and now Davis got released. So there you have it. James Conner is probably going to be the number 2.
That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know.
I also don't always like the CPU juke moves. It's so predetermined, and sometimes y'all ever notice the CPU makes unnecessary moves at times? Like, why did he spin at that moment? That was, to me, that was extremely early. He could have waited a half second. He may have had more success there.
Again, it's Murray. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Of course I do, man. I'm not going to mention it, though.
We all have habits. We can be so
I play in an online CFM, man, that,
second down and short. What I like to see.
It could be
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
That's
Defense sold out for the run. Worked out
nothing
well.
else to drink tonight, little man.
They'll run here. It's Murray.
Oh, I missed him.
And now running right
I like those broken tackles right there, though.
The first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Why did he spin and why did it work? Yeah, good question. That's what I'm saying, man. It's too much. It's too many things that are tied together. You know, Madden still has to do that. They still have to get to the point where there's things that are unchained. You know what I mean? That's why I'm rooting for 2K with them saying that they've unchained all of the moves and all that. Whatever company actually pulls that off, it benefits everybody else. But then the bar is set very high.
They'll run the counter with Murray. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
But yeah, it sets the bar very high, you know, for every other company. That's why, again, that's why I really don't understand, you know, when I look at social media, I really don't understand the disdain, you know, kill off this company, kill off that company. I don't get it. As gamers, what we should be doing is rooting for every game. Even if you don't play it, you should be rooting for that game to do something that sets the standard of the actual industry. You know what I mean? So, two of my biggest things, man, in any game is AI and, well, 3. AI, ball tangibility, and also, what am I trying to say, guys? I'm losing my train of thought. Oh, the interaction, independent interaction. Reducing the amount of two-man sequences and allowing things to just play out naturally. So whatever company, whatever sports game pulls that off correctly, I'm loving it. And that's what 2K's advertising. I really hope they pull that off. All right, so that was cover 3 match. Let's just take a look at it, guys. Any of those situations, I'm going to just go back in and break it down, see what happened. All right, let's see here. Yeah, they're both kind of caught in no man's land here. Vince Williams doesn't necessarily match what he's doing. He releases him, and Shazier is there to make the tackle. Let's see how everything else is looking. Again, you get a nice reroute over there by Sutton. This is interesting right here. You know, Sean Davis comes down. You know, which he should. He should be taking that route over there. And then you have Joe Hayden right here. Okay. I wish that would have played out a little longer to see how they would have played it deep downfield.
On the pick up there, and it moves the sticks.
Really? 95% run heavy? I'll have to keep an eye on it. That's good feedback, man. If that's occurring, that is a problem. I would definitely agree with that. That is a serious problem. As we've seen, Tennessee has run the ball quite often.
It's Murray.
Oh.
And some room to maneuver.
Nice run right there. Now, Tennessee is a run-heavy team, but that's interesting, man. If you're saying you're seeing those type of results from all teams, that's not good.
I believe that they've done that.
FIFA captures the best, the AI. Yeah, they do, man. I wouldn't be the best one to say it's the best, you know, but they definitely do some good things that I really hope Madden is considering borrowing from. You know, the teammate AI and things of that nature is pretty daggone good. But like I said, I'm not a huge soccer guy. I played FIFA a good amount, but I don't know what they're actually supposed to be doing to be able to compare it. But yeah, they do a good job from my standpoint. What was that? Oh my God! Did y'all see that? First of all, let's see what my play call was. All right, cover 3 Sky Week. Let's see what's going on here. All right, he gets pretty good depth right there. He's trying to play the inside. I'd like to see him break out of that sooner. But however, I don't have a problem with this. This is a linebacker. I don't have a problem with him not being able to break on that sooner. You know what I mean? He has to change direction, so I'm cool with that. Let's see. What I didn't like is I'm cool with the broken tackle right there. I don't like that. I don't like what LJ Fort did right here. What is that? See, again, here more. This guy right here, he should be trying to kill him. That's a clean shot. This is a clean shot. Bam! He's supposed to knock this dude out. And this is where, again, momentum, weight, situational awareness, all of this stuff needs to kick in right here. He's supposed to murder him. Bam! Wrap him up and get him to the ground. Not attempt to, finally get him down right there. Shout outs to A. Sayer. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Round of applause to you, brother. Welcome home. Welcome to the home team, man. We appreciate you subscribing. Definitely appreciate that. But y'all get what I'm trying to say right there in that scenario? I'm cool with the first broken tackle. It happens. That's football. But LJ Fort should be trying to murder that guy in that scenario. He did not. Have a problem with that. Oh, come on, man. You got to get that.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
He need him. Yeah, man. Yeah, coverage-wise, it's pretty comparable to what was going on in EA Play. EA Play might have been a bit stronger, possibly. But like I said, man, with further talks with the devs, there was some things going on in EA Play that was unnatural. As far as, the rating separation and things like that wasn't necessarily playing out. So you had everybody playing super strong defense. And that, that contributed to a lot of the reason why there were so many picks and things like that. So, but as far as how they're playing the coverage and it being tighter, yes, this is very, 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 very close to what we played in EA Play. So, in my opinion, they should have never fooled with it. They should have just fixed whatever bugs was in it and left it at that.
This is caught by Antonio Brown.
So, yeah, what Slider said is they use. No, it's just default, right? Just for tonight. Just default. You got to test everything on default first before I get into Slider sets. And, I'm going to do the all Madden test and all of that. And, we'll get into that. This is just a quick test, man, for tonight, man. Just getting something done, something up here, post-patch. What you think of the running game now? Juke seemed reduced too much. I haven't actually played it enough, man. Believe it or not, this is my first actual full game since the patch, so we'll have to see. But I want you guys to keep an eye on everything. I'm going to show you guys, obviously, the play. As you can see there, the previous play, I want y'all to pay attention to that. I'm not going to, stop and go into every replay, but I want you guys to pay attention to that and let me know from what you are seeing, how is the game playing.
So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest? I
don't know. I can't say if I'll keep it on default. It's still quite. Ooh. Good reaction time right there by that linebacker. Definitely requires more testing. You know, we'll see. I'm pretty sure I will probably roll with a slider set. You know, guys like Charter 04, Flasco, Scott Ham, you know, Armor Sword, Josh C. A lot of these guys. Come on, Josh Dobbs. You can't get that in there. That's what you're gonna get though. So what was that? Buck Slant 3. I will take a look at that one real quick though. So you get pressure coming. All right. So automatically, you know, this guy, this is your hot read. That's automatic. So that's why I went to Antonio Brown on that play. I don't like this. Right here, this again. I do like the fact that he's reacting, but let me show you what I don't like. Why is he stopping? Why is he stopping like that and then looking? And I get it. Listen, I get it. It's a video game. But what I'm saying is, these are the things I fight for every time I'm with the devs. We got to get this game. 2 things we definitely, 3 things maybe. You definitely got to get improved. First of all, technique. We got to get technique right in the game as far as how dudes are playing their coverage, how they're lined up. You know, how they go into their bailout or their press or inside leverage, outside leverage. All of that stuff has to be functioning first, right? Then we got to get the AI together. And when I'm talking AI, I'm talking about how they're reacting on the fly as well as adaptive AI in this sense. Let's say they've seen this formation. I want the game to get to a point that over time, over the course of the game, they're now recognizing, wait a minute, I've seen this combination. I've seen this route combination. This could be that. And they may possibly get beat because they choose incorrectly. And that's the thing that I challenge a lot of sim gamers. When the game gets to that point and guys with low awareness and things like that are making mistakes, are you going to be able to accept it? Because I think what gets clouded a lot is people really lean on that crutch of saying, oh, it's broken. But in reality, most people have a video game mentality, meaning if it doesn't work the way they thought it should, it's automatically broken. But we're going to take a look at this guy's ratings just to be fair with him. So let's see. All right. He basically goes here, and this is probably the guy he needs to pick up, but he's trying to get into his zone area. Bam. He jumps that route. But I don't like how he froze right there. And as far as everybody else is doing a relatively good job for the most part. You know, they have a lot of ground to cover here, being that there was a blitz on the right side of the defense. But let's go take a look at this guy. Hey, go to sleep, man. I'm going to send you upstairs. You know it's bedtime, right? So here we go, guys. Let's take a look at this guy, number 31, whoever that is. See what's good with him, with his ratings. Because again, man, you have to consider, I don't want guys making every play. There needs to be a rating separation. There needs to be guys who are good enough to do this, guys who are good enough to do that. And that's what we're going to have to start accepting, once the game actually gets to that level. Is it there yet? No. But right now, the reaction time and stuff like that has been adjusted. But there's still a lot left to do, man. Don't believe me. Okay, his play rec is 73, pursuit 80, man coverage 67, zone coverage 80. Not that great. So, again, I'm not upset at the fact that he let Antonio Brown get past him. But what I need to see going forward, I just want a better replication of him not being able to make the play. I don't want to see the stop flat foot for a second and then turn. Let me just see it naturally. Let me see him naturally not being able to make that play. And I'm cool. You understand what I'm saying?
On 4th down, Barry. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake.
Lil Dagger, try playing on all Madden too, man, to test that out and see how the gameplay is there.
Because they thought they had something there.
What was that? Did I choose a fake punt?
What the heck? Let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something.
I didn't mean to do that. I promise you I didn't mean to do that. Wow. Let's see. All right, so here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll take it inside the 40.
What's good, Extreme? What's poppin', man? What's going on with you tonight?
2nd down. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-all.
Yeah, I get that as well, Mabuta. But again, this is the question I always ask people. You know, when do we accept that the game is trying to replicate ratings? Joshua Dobbs doesn't have great accuracy. I know this by watching him this year in preseason. I know this from watching him at Tennessee. There's going to be some random situations. It's a video game. That's the thing. Oh, Mario taking off. There's going to be those situations, and that's the thing, again, as gamers, it's hard for us to understand, but it's the truth. It's a tough situation trying to get games to play like real life. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to say, oh, feet are set, pocket is clean, but do you want that to always be accurate? Do you want that to be accurate all the time? Even in the NFL, we've seen it where a quarterback is not accurate every time just because, shoot, Ben Roethlisberger misses sometimes with a clean pocket. So that's what I'm saying. It's a hard challenge, you know, for the game developers as well as the acceptance of the game. That's a tough thing. I mean, again, we can talk about some of the best games out there. MLB The Show. One of the best simulation games out there, in my opinion, but there's still things in that game where I'm like, oh man, do I have to accept the fact that maybe this guy's low rated or whatever? But you know, they have to show me these instances of a guy bobbling, you know, the ball. It's a tough sell, man, because you know they can't show perfection, and at the same time, it's hard to show the right balance to where we're not going to complain about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough situation. It's a very tough situation. So with that, for video game developers of all games, you know, I understand that tough balance that they face with. And let's face it, you know, maybe technology ain't to the point where you can get that real replication of somewhat of life. You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't seen it. We've seen AI issues in every sports type. Everyone. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
All right, let's see if we can test them deep on the play action. I'm just going to throw it up, see what happens. Looks like they're in man coverage here, though. So, actually, we'll just run the ball. I want to get them in a zone and test it.
Here's Connor.
I wish NFL 2K could come back. Hey, man, everybody would wish that there's competition that could come back. But let me tell you who I would wish could come back even more than that. I want to see 989 again. You know, Sony. I want to see Microsoft make a football game. I don't know why 2K is always the go-to for everybody's go-to. I don't get that. I really don't, because, again, the game is not perfect. 2K basketball is not perfect. So if you're saying you would like to see them come back just to present competition, I'm there with you. But I just can't agree with the guys who say that as if 2K makes the perfect sports game. No, I would like to see Sony get a chance as well. Because, you know, I don't know how many of you guys remember NFL Game Day. The game was hard for its time. I like to see that. You know, NFL Fever was creeping up. I would like to see all of those games go head-to-head against Madden.
On play action, it's Dobbs.
Okay, that's what you want to see right there. Let's go look at that. Let's go look at that. All right, so that was the robber right there. And look at how he broke on that. He didn't wait on it. It was man coverage, but we're looking at the, let's see, the deep safety. See how he breaks on that? And that's the same guy. He doesn't even have great awareness, but he was able to react on it in a much faster fashion than we've seen in the past. Good coverage here. Great coverage. I never played NFL 2K5, so I can't speak on the go for me. It was Madden 06. All of the features were ahead of the time for me. definitely agree with you, Lil Dagger. I agree with you. Madden 06 was right up there. You know, even Madden 05 in terms of features. But again, I have to always hark back to these games where people, you know, try to. And opinions are great. You know, I respect everybody's opinion. I hope everybody respects mine. But you not get into these, you know, I really don't get into them. People are really just arguing with themselves. I just listen and be like, okay, thank you for your opinion. But you get into these debates with people saying that gameplay-wise, all of those games were the best ever. And I'm like, I can't say that. I can't say that. It's stuff that we see in Madden 18 or 17 or whatever that was never in those games. So I think nostalgia creeps in a lot when you talk about just the gameplay. Plus, a lot of us was a lot younger back then. Was we really analyzing the game for simulation? No. I know I wasn't. I wasn't analyzing the... Whoa, look at this. Look at this. Who was that? Yo, we got to go back and look at that. But yeah, I was not SimFBallCritic back then where I'm looking at every detail aspect. No, I was not. It's a ton of flaws in those games. A ton. I mean, I've gone back and looked and played them since, you know, getting older, and I'm like, wow, that was a huge problem. Look at that. Now, see, listen. Again, it's all about replication. I don't have a problem with a big back like Mary being able to run over these guys. Oh, that's a bug right there with the replay. Y'all see that? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Ultra speed there. But here's the problem, is how it's replicated. Okay? Now, their momentum should allow them to be able to hit him. See what I'm saying? I don't like the fact that they forced this break tackle. Come on now. Now, if I would have seen Murray lower his shoulder, it might be more believable. Also, little things like this. Y'all heard me say ball tangibility, right? Look at this. I've been complaining about this for years. Look at the ball. Problems that we see in all of these sports games. It's little stuff like that, man. And body clipping and morphing. What game is going to be able to rectify those things? I don't know. We'll see. Somebody said they give the zones a 7 out of 10. Okay. That's cool. I want to see 10-yard fight. Game day was 2K before 2K, 99 Studios. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man. But again, so many people are so blinded by 2K, man, because they fall in love with the look of NBA 2K. And a lot of people don't analyze gameplay problems. They just don't. It's the same thing with Madden, because there's millions of people, you know, a lot of people I talk to all the time and tell me, man, you complain about the game too much. The game is perfect. And I'm like, okay, you say so. To be honest, I don't know what Sim would tell a couple of years ago. I used to love hit stick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dagger. We won't analyze those games, man. At least I wasn't. And we're younger. So it's hard to say. That's tight coverage, right? Well, that's a tight window right there. Yeah, man. It's always hard for me to say that outright. Just say, oh, those games were the best games ever. Like, not gameplay-wise, they weren't, because we've seen games further along. Like All Pro Football 2K8. Gameplay-wise, just pure gameplay, that was better than 2K5. 2K5 just had more stuff. You know, they had the deep franchise and all of that. But pure gameplay, I always would say All Pro Football 2K8 was a better playing game. Well, Juju on that beat. It was a much better playing game. Now, I don't see a lot of pressure. Not getting a lot of pressure here by the Titans. However, could just be the team. If you watch NYKia's stream from the night, which I recommend all of you guys go check it out, he did a great job breaking down the zones and using actual terminology, telling you what each different guy's supposed to be doing. That's what he does. Go check that out. But you were seeing that my man Cliff Averill was wreaking havoc on Fluka for the Giants. I mean, this dude was getting so much pressure. So again, that's another thing. You know, pressure could just be, it's based on ratings, you know, from what they told us, and it seems that way. Different teams play differently. You know, the Tennessee Titans may not have a great pass rush. I don't know. I'm just saying. And like I said, the only reason why I can say that is I watched that stream tonight, and trust me, go take a look at it. And you're even gonna hear kids say quite a few times, like, "Yo, Cliff Averill is wreaking havoc on this dude. Couldn't stop him."
You'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
I just think it's just a tough thing, man. It's a tough balance with all of these games that we love to play, man. You know, he drops the ball. All right, let me see what play call that was by the defense. I'm going to show you something I don't like. Okay, cover 4. All right, so we pretty much, most of us know how cover 4 is supposed to work. You know, each guy's taking a 4th of the field, what have you, 3rd of the field, what have you. So, as far as the deep guys, and then you're still supposed to read, your receivers, you count from outside in, et cetera, et cetera. What I don't like about the deep guys, I just don't like the depth. I don't like the depth. Again, recognition in this scenario, okay? You're already lined up on the 9-yard line, 10 to 9-yard line. Why are you backing so far? Why are you going all the way back into the end zone? Don't make sense. You know, this is the time where you use the end zone as a measure. You know, you're supposed to be creeping up on this guy. You don't let him get behind you, but you don't stay that far back. Again, watching Kia's stream, Earl Thomas was making way better plays. Him and Cam Chancellor were having 90-plus zone coverage. But still, just in theory, I still think the safeties get way too much depth. Too much. Way too much. But it is what it is, man. You know, again, they've improved some things, but it's still work that needs to be done like always.
I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Oh, you say you never played all pro football? Yeah, man. That game was dope, but like a lot of people just didn't get a chance to play it, man. No NFL license or anything like that, so people weren't feeling it. 2K had presentation everyone wants in Madden. They absolutely did. Absolutely did. Chris Landry says, I think EA will never get it right since people play MUT and they pick and plays and then they play changing or hot routes computer can't adjust to it. You said a whole lot of stuff right there, man. That's a big run-on sentence. No period, nowhere. I mean, I ain't trying to be an English teacher. I'm just saying, good Lord, your points ran together. I don't even know where to stop and begin. You know, that's just an opinion, you know, and you have the right to have it. If you think they'll never get it right, then maybe they'll never get it right.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
We'll see. All we can do is wait and see. And that's the thing that I encourage everybody. I just watch people on social media and I'm like, wow, you know, people posing death threats to the dev team. And, you know, this one person today said they hope that Hurricane Irma destroys EA's building. And I'm like, wow, what was that? Where was my block? And I'm like, all of that over a video game? Like, I'm sorry, I just can't relate. I'm sorry. You know, if you fall in that category, then I'm talking about you. I can't relate to that. At the end of the day, it's a video game. It's something I look to play in my leisure. You know, something I use to relax and just enjoy myself, have a good time. I've been gaming since a kid. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. If EA never got it right, so what? So what? You know, my life goes on. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. Yeah. That was an interesting call right there. Yeah, man, it's just, I don't get it. I don't get the personal attacks on people's lives. And like, why? You can be upset, but, you know, show your upsetness by not supporting it. Because trust me, I could show y'all actual proof of people that say this is the worst game they've ever played. They don't support EA. They never will. And they bought the game. I can show y'all that if I really wanted to. I'm just not a sinister guy like that. But it's certain people that I befriend purposely, and I can see what they're doing. Guys who played the demo, EA access, and they was beefing and saying how bad the game was, this and that during that time. Look at that. I purposely did that. Now, I'm going to show y'all what I don't like about this once again. Look at this. Now, we see it's cover 3 buzz, show 2. Linebacker's doing what he's supposed to do. But the reason why I threw it at him is because I just want to see how he reacted. I don't like this. Let me show you. Where is he? I don't like this. Watch, I'm going to show you. Why is he just standing there? That's not the same guy. It was this guy. Why do they get to a spot and just stand there? That's the biggest eyesore of all. Why do they do that? Y'all don't even know. Most of y'all know. A lot of you guys who have followed me, y'all know how much I have pestered on that point. Like, God, please remove those dead feet. Why are they doing that? That is the biggest eyesore of all. Now, they good in that play. I did throw it right to him, but at least he reacted to it. But come on. Snag Daddy. Round of applause. Welcome to the home team, man. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome home. We appreciate that. But yeah, man, back to the social media thing. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's fascinating, man, watching people, how they act. It's just crazy thing to see, man. And I just, like I told this one dude today, I was like, I pray for you, man. I really do. I hope your life gets better. Because obviously you ain't got no real life. I'm going to pray for you. Oh, you got to get that pick, baby. So we're going to run zone the whole game.
The effort's always going to be
there.
These
guys are playing.
Try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying.
We're just going to play on the D line and let the game play on its own. Oh, I see you, Mary. Hajami Azuwa. Round of applause. Welcome to the home team. Welcome home. Thanks for subscribing. Hey guys, make sure y'all hearing the clap too. Make sure that's working because it's foolish of me if y'all don't even hear it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
What up, Tony? Yeah, man, I'm out here testing these guys, man, since the patch. Just trying to. Oops, I didn't mean to be on him, guys. I didn't mean to be on him. Just trying to see how the zones are playing. Calling zone every play, just mixing it up and calling different zones and staying on the D line to see how they're playing. It was a very fluky run that they got on me earlier here in the stream. Not really trying to win or anything like that. Just my test CFM. Look at Mariota with the bad accuracy right there. Apparently we're getting another patch in 2 weeks. Yeah, probably so, Max. I don't have the time on it. But like I said, you have to consider how EA has done their business with their game. A lot of companies follow the same model. There's usually a day 30 patch, a day 60 patch, etc., etc. This one, again, was more or less a tuner based off of the feedback and, quite frankly, the hell that we gave them. Oh, why would he do that? The hell that we gave them about the game changing from EA play to the capture event. There were some guys who went down for a mud event right before I went down. It was the week before I went down to the capture event. They had the same thing to say. A lot of competitive guys were saying, listen, the zones are broken. I got down there, I said the same thing. Y'all heard me say that publicly. Y'all heard my guy Mav say the same thing in his video. Look at that inaccuracy right there. I don't know if Mariota is that inaccurate, but yeah, the DK, this is just on All Pro. I'm going to try All Madden as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight, but I'm going to definitely play that and see how it plays out. On default. Well, with All Madden. Well, they did some things with pass rush, so we'll see how the All Madden pass rush is for the user. But yeah, again, this was more or less a tuna, you know, because of the complaints. You know, we told them straight up, what did y'all do? Y'all messed it up. And, you know, we know what it was. You know, a lot of interceptions being thrown, and some higher ups complained, and next thing you know, they turned it down. But I think what they actually did is they toned it down too much, and it broke the zones, which we all saw when we played the game, and what all you guys saw, you know, when y'all saw our video, and then when the game launched, y'all saw it for yourselves. Just messed it up, man. Completely messed it up. Oh, I don't have nowhere to throw. Good pass rush right there. I like it. All right. Now let's take a look at it. Derek Morgan got in there. Let's see why. Let's see what play they ran. All right, so they ran edge blitz, cover 3. All right, so let's see exactly what happened. Now, I didn't have anywhere to go. Look at the coverage. I didn't have anywhere to go. Man blitzed off the edge, and he's able to sneak around. Everybody else is being accounted for. Bam. That's what you want. That's a coverage sack. That's a coverage sack. That's what you want. I had nowhere to go. I could have possibly checked it down here if I would have seen him. Yeah. But I'm looking downfield. Everything is being covered. You know, he goes vertical, so you get on your horse and get, I just don't like this technique, guys. It makes me cringe. And Kia mentioned this tonight on in his video. I don't understand this, man. Why they automatically give up all of that leverage? I don't understand that. No fighting. I mean, even if you're not in a press technique, you would never. No NFL cornerback is going to release like that, man, and just give up that position so easily. Oh, it makes me cringe, man. See, that's what I'm saying. There's still technique things that they have to work on. Same thing with here. You're giving away that release so quickly and giving the guy freedom. But basically, they turn that, and, you know, they follow him. He goes vertical. You go with him. You turn that basically into a man situation in cover 3. And boom. That was great. And like I said, you know, nowhere to go. You get your slot guy, plays that fairly well. You know, tight end is able to get a little separation, but he's right there. And then the other safety here plays this well, reads that. Little hesitation right there. Again, I don't like this guy's hesitation, and maybe it's his ratings. We already looked at his rating. I just don't like that hesitation, but if it's a ratings thing, cool. I get it. If that's how they're separating ratings, I'm cool with that. But that was a great coverage sack right there. All right, so we're going to let this go ahead and ride out.
You know, when you've got so many different
to the half.
As an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles.
So you like most of the operations in that game. What? So you are like most of Operation Sports in that the game is after beyond repair. No, I didn't say that. So I don't know how you interpreted the things I've said, but no, I'm not. That's not what I meant. Use Charter 04s, all Madden sliders. If you use sliders, I had good pass rush. Okay, so and you did that as well, DK, after the patch, or did Charter update?
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Frank, but not to that. What I'm saying is they're giving too much positioning. They're giving up too much positioning in that scenario. Like, I'm cool with them bailing, but I don't like how they're giving up so much spacing when they bail out. You don't typically see that, like in the NFL. You know, they definitely bail, but you don't see him giving up that much in a bail technique. But you know, that's just what my eyes see.
Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
Oh, that's even worse. You said you just got here, so how can you determine that I'm? Man, some of you guys' comments are hilarious. I appreciate them, though.
We'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I don't think it was, Jose. I think the inside shading stuff is still backwards because I was watching Kia's. I watched NY Kia's stream. Again, I recommend guys go check him out. NY Kia 31. Look him up if y'all don't know who that is. And yeah, definitely go check that out. He did a great job with all that. But from what I was seeing, it looks like the outside and inside shading is still back.
But stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So again, those type of things, man, I would look for those fixes in the next patches that come out, because those are their actual patches for bugs and things like that. But we'll see. You know, hopefully they get those things
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that
Cockroach
big
trash.
body
Oh,
of
okay.
his.
Tell us something
Didn't
else
get
we
a lot
don't
of
know.
yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed
Using
to.
sliders for
Pick
this
up a
game?
first
Nah,
down.
I'm just using default for this game. Yeah, but that wasn't the issue, Frank. In that scenario, they won't play it. The guy wasn't playing 5 yards off. He was right on the line. But never mind. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. I'm just saying the positioning in which he's giving up. You don't see guys usually do that. They're in better position from the release point is what I'm saying. You don't normally see guys, they're automatically already out of position from jump. You know, giving giving the receiver that much leverage, either inside or outside. You don't normally see it. But I don't know, like I said, that's just what I see. I'm not saying I'm correct. It's just my thought.
And try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a
Oh, that was wide open. Let's see what coverage that was. That was wide open. No matter what EA does, they can never go back. After 25 to 30 years, you can only get so original. Yeah, interesting point there.
As a former DB, you might not like.
Oops. I forgot to look at the previous play. I think it was cover 3. Yeah, cover 3 made it. All right, so receive responsibility. You got your furrow flat here. You got your middle read. All right, you got your flat player, or your probably squat player in that scenario. So let's see what happened there. All right, so we got 3 trips over there, including the tight end, since he's off the line. Let's see what everybody's doing. He does a good job here with staying with AB. See, this is a better way to play that, right? He's not giving up too much from jump. You know, he pretty much can, you know, match him going inside or if AB releases outside. That's way better than what we saw before. Now, let's look at the rest of the defense. How did they get burned? All right. Responsibility-wise, he's doing what he's supposed to in Maple. This could have just been a case of a better formation. You know, yeah. That's pretty much what happened here. Because, see, the safety drops down. You know, he drops down to cover that. And with having this guy single high already on the right side of the formation from the defensive perspective, this was just a great call. You know, there's always a beater for every defense. And, you know, if Martavis Bryant gets a clean release, that's a wrap. There's no way this guy is going to recover from that. Clean release is over. Goodbye. Can't really be mad at that.
That should have been done in Big Sky.
That's a clean release from a guy who runs a 4-2 or a 4-3 consistently.
Boswell for the extra point.
So that in that scenario, like I said, that looks more so a great call against that defensive formation.
And in this
Absolutely, exactly, Nicky. Got him out of formation. I mean, that happens. That's the NFL. We see that all the time. Now, don't misquote me there. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, he's saying it's just like the NFL." No, I'm just saying. Sometimes, as gamers, we have to look at the situation and understand why it worked. Doesn't always mean something is broken. Got to look at the situation and ask yourself, why did it work? Why didn't it work? And at the same time, acknowledge problems. Because there are problems.
That'll be taken in the
But it's not always a bigger problem as some people would think.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Absolutely, Hollywood. That was just a great route combination right there and beat that scheme.
The second half. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had 20
Why you say that, Nero? What do you do? You say he the most biased? I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I mean that's how you perceive it. I can't tell you differently. You feel what I'm saying? Like I won't sit here and try to change your mind. But you know, if that's how you perceiving it, I respect it. Just like some people would say things about me, and that's how they feel. Hey, I respect it, whether it's true or not.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice.
Yep.
Toe tap,
That's just life, man.
dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Pats do it the best. Yes, they do.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when
Yes,
I
they
watch
do.
him,
Pats
I think of
are
his vision.
deadly with those route combinations. All right, let's run some more zone play here.
They actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Possible, man. It is possible that this is Roethlisberger's last year. Wow. We ain't getting nothing going with stopping the run, but we are playing zone coverage.
That's another nice run.
Just trying to catch them passing the ball.
Some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always
It could be,
different
man.
when
It
they
could
see
be
a guy running
Roethlisberger's
the
last
ball.
year.
Some of them wanted to
You know,
immediately
it
go to
wouldn't
play
surprise me.
action and throw it now because it's
You know what else does he have to prove?
coaches said,
You know?
something? Until they stop him,
Oh.
that big boy's going to keep getting the football.
He doesn't
That
really
might
have
be the
anything else to
direction that
prove.
they're going to go right
Look at
now.
the yardage. That was that big 80-yard run he had.
Call it 8 yards.
I'm going to go ahead and try to stop this and see if we can make
This
him
drive
pass
is
on
turning
third
into an
down.
extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming
Yeah,
more
they
like a
did, man. But
behind
truth be
those
told,
guys.
man, I
Every
mean, I
carry's
would
putting some
argue this,
damage on the
you know, at this
defense.
point,
So after a while,
forever.
I'm not too sure how many guys
It was
will
more
run
of
up
the
and
Falcons
tackle him.
losing the game than the Patriots beating.
At the 41.
That ain't no knock against the Patriots. Listen, I think the Patriots organization has been phenomenal over the years. There's no mistaking that. But the Atlanta Falcons had that game in hand. There were some stupid decisions late and just some things that took them out of the game. Oh, look at this. You know, they lost that game more so than the Patriots coming back to beat them. They could have put the game away. They had plenty of opportunities to do. Dumb play calling, not running the ball, and stuff like that. Allowed. You can't keep nobody like Brady around, man. You just can't do it. You keep him around. I can live with that right there. That was a
7-yard gain there.
a linebacker trying to break on that route. I can live with that.
So
They
many
caught me in
times
the
in
blitz.
today's NFL described as a
Yeah, man, you
space
can't
game.
give a team
Get your
like the
best
Patriots,
players into space
can't let
with
them
the
hang
football in their
around. You
hands.
gotta
That's
put them
why
away.
sometimes you swing it
You have
out
to
to
put
your
them
runner,
away.
get him out in the flat, and let
They
him have
blew
a
it.
chance to make
You know, they
big
had
plays
that
on
game in the
field.
bag. So, but at the same time, man, you do give. Oh, good play by Joe Hayden. You do give the Patriots credit for coming back. Yes, that was not an easy thing to do. But again, I will still continue to say that the Atlanta Falcons had every opportunity to put that game on ice, and they squandered their opportunity. They should have won that football game, point blank period, and they did not. So it was more their fault than I would say it was the New England Patriots. No, I'm not playing the HDR right now. I did play in that earlier today when I was on the 4K TV, but now I'm using, my games monitor to stream. I'm thinking about upgrading, man, and getting a monitor, 4K monitor, so at least I can have it. I'm not in a rush to do it, but I think I'm going to definitely do that eventually. Oh, they running the screen. Recognized it too late. Trying to get them to pass the daggone ball, man, so we can see these zones at work. That's why I'm calling a lot of, basically zone defenses, and I'm allowing them to run the ball so much.
Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there.
Other than this game, can you tell if quarterbacks are better in the pocket? They seem to be. Mariota has seemed a lot better in the pocket, but that's still to be determined. Still to be determined.
They'll file away what they just saw from the defense.
Those franchise in-game goals still make zero sense. Yeah, you might be right about that, but you know, that's one's opinion again. Metcalf played that pretty well. He just couldn't get there.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I mean, I don't know if I don't pay much attention to the goals, so I don't know how much they really match up, to be fair. So I don't have a huge opinion about it. You know, if they were to work properly, I guess I understand what they're attempting to do there. But I would like to see more, if we're going to do that, I would like to see more in-game boost, you know, like dynamic player performance. I like to see that. They was on to something back in, what was that, Madden 13? One of them games where they from older, when they had dynamic player performance and it was happening throughout the game. They was on to something. I don't know what happened to that. I would like to see also in game. I would like to see where you're able to, you know, your dynamic performance can go up or down. You know, like your confidence can go up or down. That's something I've been mentioning for a long time. Like as you see here, you know, you can go to ratings and it shows your confidence. I want to see the confidence go down during the game. Maybe they get it to the point where a corner gets beat or he's giving up too many passes. Confidence starts to fall. You get that dynamic awareness and stuff kicking in. That's what the game got to get to, man. Has to get to that level. We can get it there. We got something. You know what I mean?
This is turning into a bit of a death march here. The 13th play of this drive.
You know what, Marquise? That's a good question, man. That's stuff that I've asked for years too. Believe it or not, I think they have a ton of animation because they always doing mocap. But I just don't think they trigger. You know what I mean? I don't think they trigger. I don't think all the animations are firing the way they're supposed to. Just my opinion, man, because every now and then you will see an animation you've never seen before. But I don't know. So this is cover 2, Tampa 2, guys. Let's see how they play this. I can't get no pass, bro. All right, made him check it down. So let's go look at the secondary real quick. See what happened there. See what they doing out there. So reroute. Getting back into the zone. Okay. Played that fairly well. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is all I want. Look at how active the defense is here. Look at everybody moving. This is what I want to see on every play. Show me that they're making a decision. Don't give me the flat feet. Let me see guys making decisions, whether right or wrong. Keep them moving. See, you can physically see what Mike Mitchell's thought process is here. And here you go. He tried to go into the flat feet for a second, but then he backed out of it. You can see what Cam Sutton is doing here. All right? Making his decision. Keeping his eye on the prize. You can see what LJ Ford is doing here. Making decisions. See? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see. Look at that chip block right there on Bud Dupree. Boom. All right, you got Vince Williams, which I'm sure his own coverage rating is not that high, but he's making a decision. Keep everything underneath. Got Joe Hayden over here. Reroute. And then keeps an eye on the flat, but he also bails out. You know, gets his depth from the cover 2 standpoint. Now, here's one. I knew there's going to be one. Sean Davis standing still. And I get it. It's the end zone, but we all know we've seen them do this in open field too. So
it's 4th and goal.
Oh, they got to get rid of that. But again, I want to see more of that. Active movement. Whether they make the play or not. Let me just see their decision process. That's all I'm saying. Got to get the game to that point, man.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And they take a 17-14 lead.
All pros inconsistent. Yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna play a little more All Madden because I actually like the way All Madden felt when I was at EA Play. I like the way it felt. What if since the game has quote unquote returned back to that where it was, I'm definitely gonna play an All Madden game. Maybe later tonight, not in the stream, but when I stream again, I will play All Madden for you guys to see as well. And just see where everything is at. I think a lot can be done in a single year cycle if you do in fact work on the game the entire time. I'm convinced they have 6-month dev cycle or 10 months. Well, let me tell you something, which you might not take into consideration. Have you ever thought of the fact that most games have about a 6 to 7 month cycle? Do you really think it's impossible for them to work on the game the entire year? There's a such thing as going to certification and going gold. Like the game is done. You think they work on the game until August? No company does that. Your average cycle on a game is like, I want to say 7 to 8 months. So, again, this is what I'm saying, guys. A lot of times, you develop your own opinions. Like, let's just be fair. How is it possible that they would be allowed to just work on the game for 6 months? What are they doing the rest of the time? Who pays them to just sit around? You understand what I'm saying? Dobbs couldn't make that throw. I'm just saying, man, some of the assumptions are just not realistic. That's just my opinion. I just don't get some of those thoughts that some of you guys come up with. Like, how does that even make sense? I don't know. But it's Madden's fault as a company. It's their fault that they catch so much scrutiny. It's their fault. So it is what it is. They're going to catch that type of flack because of the fact that the game is behind. They're still playing catch up, so to speak. They've had so many bad cycles and so many years where the game didn't deliver, and it just comes with the territory. It is what it is. They gotta accept that there's gonna be feedback, and there's gonna be people that feel like the game sucks, and there's people that feels like they don't do nothing to improve it. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So, they just got to be ready for that. But, it's some things to me that are just not true. So, y'all that hear me always speak out on that. Because that's just the type of person I am. It ain't got nothing to do with me, having a semi-relationship with EA. I'm just that type of person. I deal with facts. So, anytime that whatever I'm talking about, when somebody talk to me about something that's simply not true, I'd be like, nah, that's not true at all. I'm going to say that. This is who I am.
Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. Back to throw Dobbs. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Dobbs couldn't make that throw. Very late reactions to that throw by those safeties there. So again, what we learned tonight, guys, it could very well, they have asking me to go for it. It could very well be a ratings gap, which the devs have basically said, because I'm telling y'all, do me a favor, go look at Kia's video. You're going to see Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor and Sherman reacting to the things way faster, way better than these guys. So, the zones are definitely playing better. But it's definitely going to depend. Oh, Dobbs. That is actually showing up. Inactive quarterbacks are inactive. And this is on default at 50. So that's cool. All right, so let's see if we can stop him here. I'm going to blitz him here because they're probably going to try to keep running the ball. Try to get the ball back.
It's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip depending on who converts on fourth down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there.
Well, the thing is, man, and I'm just going to say this, that I'm going to leave it alone, because I'm here to tell you, I get sick and tired of having the same conversation all the time. I'm really getting to the point where I'm not even going to get in these conversations no more, because your mind is made up. So whatever I'm trying to say to you, whether it's true or not, it's not going to change your mind. So really, what is the point of even talking about it? But as it relates to 2K, is there anybody in this chat that would disagree that NBA 2K is in a better position across the board than Madden? Don't you think it's easier for them to do these things because their game is already in a position where the gameplay itself is good enough to where they can focus elsewhere and be able to add multiple things? They don't have as much things to fix, which I would disagree with that, but that's just me. 2K is still left to be determined. Again, you got some of you always go back to the whole, well, look what 2K is doing. Yeah, but 2K has their own gameplay problem. That's what I don't understand. But I've come to realize that not everybody is as, they don't look at it as detailed as I do in terms of games. I realize a lot of y'all, 2K is perfect for you. So when you see all of the bells and whistles they're doing, you're okay with that. Because I see very few people criticize or even give feedback on 2K, the deficiencies they have in their gameplay. It's only a handful of us that do that. It's really only a handful of us that do that for every game we play. So I understand that some of the guys that I speak to, your eye might not be the same as mine because you might not be looking for the same thing and the same deficiency. But again, it's easier for them to focus on a lot of other things and other aspects because their game is further along. Same thing with FIFA in NHL. From just a game standpoint, I would say all of those games are ahead of Madden because there's certain things they do in their games for their respective sport that Madden doesn't do for its respective sport. So I would say, yeah, they're in a better position currently. So obviously, it's a lot easier for a game like that to do things elsewhere. You know, so that's just how I see it. Again, what I say is not the gospel, it's just my opinion, but there's no need to even have these conversations, man, because a lot of times your mind is set, and hey, it is what it is. The only reason why I can speak, you know, a little more to these things is because, that was a good play. I can speak a little more to these things because what, you know, being in this program with EA, what it has allowed me to do is see things from a development standpoint. Not only with EA, but I've talked to a lot of companies. I've talked to the Battlefield guys. I've talked to 2K guys. I've talked to NHL guys and MLB. So I understand game development a lot more than, let's say, the average person, just because I've had the opportunity to have that conversation. So that's why, you know, my opinion is what it is, and that's the position I take. So again, like I said, your opinion is yours, man. I'll let you have it.
Across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan.
Yeah, 22 guys running around.
And he had some real estate on the catch too, didn't he?
Nah, this is just on default, Ray Broom. This is just a default game, man. Just a little test game in my test CFM, just to see how things are playing on default.
Teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the
Sliders, excuses for shoddy base game. Yeah, maybe. That's your terminology. I wouldn't say sliders, but see, again, and here's another thing that makes me laugh about some of you guys. I realize you guys don't always listen to what I say. Most of you have heard my complaint about sliders. I don't think sliders should fix it. And in my opinion, sliders should be effort. I've said this 101 times, but for those who have amnesia, or for those who've never heard me say it, sliders should be where it's effort. And I will explain to you what I mean here in a moment. Oh, look at this, look at this, McDonald. Even though it's coming back, unless it's on the defense, which I doubt. But, hold on. Yeah, holding offense. Sliders should be effort. What I mean is, Prime example right there. Ramon Foster got called for holding. Oh, look at that. They cut on there, Justin. So Ramon got called for holding it, right? Sliders should be where if I turn sliders up to 100 blocking, it doesn't make the game better as far as the way it behaves. What it should do is it's telling my guys, listen, I want you to do whatever you can to make this block. Give me 100% effort to make that block. That was good coverage right there underneath and over the top, by the way. Even though a good quarterback might get that in there. So let's try verticals on him and see what happens. Now, yeah, but the risk would be if you put it at 100, you might get more, you know, holding and grabbing and things like that. You might get more false starts because you're telling your guys at all costs, you block. That's what sliders should be. Good Lord. Josh Dobbs, man. We're going to go ahead and punt it away and see if we can get the ball back. I'm loving the fact that these quarterbacks are inaccurate. Guys with low ratings. Let's take a look at Dobbs just to see what he has. But y'all understand what I'm saying about the, you know, pass coverage should be the same thing. Your man is going to try to do what he can to stay in front of his guy. It might cause more holding, PI, etc., but it doesn't boost his ability. That's what sliders should do. NHL has been able to do things like that. For you guys who played NHL 17, you see what they were able to do with their slider system. I mean, you can even adjust the amount of physics and how it affects the puck. But again, that game is in a position where gameplay-wise, oh, now they can start doing some other things. You feel me? So it's all about Madden getting to that baseline, that equal baseline where we can all say, all right, y'all. And to me, I think 18 is there. 18 is the game where I'm like, all right, look, y'all got a lot of the base in there. Now you got to add the sprinkle. Now for coverage, you got to add technique and AI and things like that. You know, now for running backs, you got to add more weight and momentum. And in the trenches, more weight and more momentum. Now you got to start adding things like, you know, get the player movement like pristine. Before you do signature animation, your player movement got to be right. That's how I think. But anyway, that's another conversation. But look at his ratings. 73, 75, 78. I'm cool with that. On 50, mind you. He's inaccurate. I'm cool with it.
But what do they say all the time? If you have really good hands,
yeah, those are just my thoughts, man. Those are just my thoughts. You know, guys don't necessarily, you know, you don't have to agree with me. That's the thing. I'm telling you that. You don't have to agree. You really don't. But I am not the type of person that feels like my opinion is golden. I don't. Now, things that I know that are fact, I can speak on those things. But if it's just an opinion, it's just an opinion. Nah, I have fatigued my man on 65. I like higher fatigue. I like higher fatigue. There's my man Smooth again. Round of applause to him for the donations. Appreciate you. Those are just my thoughts, man. That's my thoughts. That's it. Don't hate me for my thoughts, man. But let me see what else you guys are saying here in a moment. Give me a second. Oh, they ran to the other side. Nice adjustment. Nice adjustment right there. Now, here's another thing. Y'all saw the problem right there, right? AI. Why did Derrick Henry do that? Look at this. Now, I get the move, maybe, but why would he cut that way? I get what they was trying to go for, but look at this. What took him so long to cut it up? Where are you going? That kind of stuff, man. That kind of stuff, oh, it makes me cringe. I don't understand. It makes me cringe.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
That's a good question, Charles. Let me answer that in a minute. Give me a second.
Here's Mariota.
Uh-oh. Brought me in the wrong coverage. Okay.
The 20. 10.
Okay.
Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith with his first career NFL touchdown.
And that was a good call by the offense there. Blitzed and boom. Man coverage. No way to get there. That was just a good play. That was just a great play. Sean Davis is unable to make that tackle there. No suction. Got to appreciate that. That was just a good play right there. But yeah, I'm definitely going to play some All Madden, man. I want to see what's popping over there. Because like I said, I love the way it felt at EA Play. Charles Kelly says, how much do you think competition style play contributes to the struggle to make a true sim game? I hope this makes sense. I don't think, in my opinion, again, I don't think that has anything to do with it. Here's the reason why. There was no need for them to, to do the attempt or begin the process of separating game style. I think Rex Dixon explained it very perfectly. If you check out some of the interviews, even the one I did with him, where he talks about, their focus has what it's been all these years, and they realized that, okay, we can't forget about, other guys, and they attempted to give everybody options. Now, the only problem I have in that, and if I start seeing this happen, the only problem I have with that, and Rex assured me that, listen, the focus will always be football. And I think that's why they definitely went towards, okay, let's separate game style. Because the problem I would have with that, let's just say they decided they're going to cater to one crowd. You can't do that. You have to focus on football. It's about football first. Football first. You sure what I'm saying? That should be your measuring stick at all times. It's football. It shouldn't matter what crowd or what have you. Football is always your point of reference. And then from there, you can cater the style. What you want to allow to happen in a certain style. But your point of reference should be football. Now, what coverage was they in right there? My man. Tampa 2. Let's see what's going on with that safety. Why did he take so long to react to that post? That's that same guy. See, we looked at him. His ratings are really not that high. It takes him forever to react to that. Let's see what this guy does over here. And the ball's not coming his way. See, here's the thing that I would like to see going forward as well. I want to see these guys just start anticipating. That's a lot of space there. He's not going to make the play, but I would love to see them start making a decision. This is what I'm talking about AI. I want to see guys make the correct or bad decision. I want to see him jump this guy by mistake. Or I want to see him have a good moment, and he's like, oh, this is the only person he can throw it to. I'm going to start cheating over here. That's the second level where they have to get to in terms of coverage. Trust me when I tell y'all this. These are things that they are working on. I can't confirm to you when it will come or what have you, but trust me, myself and A-Dub, this is the stuff that we talk about all the time. They know, but I gotta keep saying it, so it's always, in the know in terms of being out in the public, because you never know who sees it, corporate or whatever. Those type of things have to find its way into the game, and very soon. Good defense right there. Purposely threw it to McDonald to see what was going to happen. That was great defense. All right, so let's try something else here. Let's try full vertical again and see how they cover it. But yeah, that's a good question, Charles, man. I just don't think... From my experience and when I'm there, I don't get that feeling. But we'll see. I mean, hey, who's to say? Things could change. And if they do, I'm going to let it be known. Oh, got him.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, he didn't get his foot down. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Let's run this big and go. Oh, that was great right there. Just because I saw him a little too late. All right, let me see. Antonio beats the press. Oh, that's not a catch. One. Nope. He's out of bounds. Dobbs put that one in there, though. I just saw him too late. See, if I would have saw him right here, I make that throw easy. That's a touchdown. So I'm too late.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more
Let's
passes
see what
like
else you
that
guys are saying.
downfield.
Y'all said some other stuff in here. I'm gonna look at your questions real quick, man, once I'm done here.
Throwing here, Dobbs.
Oh, good
And
defense.
the third down pass falls
Good
incomplete.
defense.
Brandon, it looked like he had his
All right,
hands
just
on it
for
for a
giggles,
moment,
we'll
but
kick the
let's
field goal
face
and
it,
see if
that's
we
gonna
can
be
get the
a tough
ball
catch
back.
all the way because of the presence of the defense right there.
But yeah, I'm not gonna play all Madden tonight, guys. Again, I'm just, running through this test real quick. I'm glad to see they finally they fixed the Steelers towels. Remember they were gray and black. But I would like to see if I was really taking this serious, not testing stuff. I'd like to see how the game. I want to see how the game is playing on All Pro when I'm actively trying to stop the offense, so to speak. But I'm also going to see what all Madden look like. I'm going to probably play that, here a little later. Again, not going to be in the stream, but in the stream after this game. But I would definitely give you guys a report on all of that stuff, man. And I look forward to playing with different slider sets and things of that nature.
When you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
So like I said, my main takeaway with Mira, what NYK said in his stream, like the improvements. I like the fact that defense is feeling tighter, especially with a greater team. There still needs to be some AI and technique things that need to be added in this game. Period. That's the missing component. You're going to get better reaction time. You're going to see guys playing their zones better. But again, the technique in which they're playing it, as well as the AI as far as recognizing the routes and, any form of adaptive AI, that stuff still needs to be added in the game. And, we got to get it to a point where those things are happening. Not quite there yet. Definitely not there yet. Oh, they passing.
And he's got Decker,
right.
left side.
Mariota tried to fool me right there.
We have a whistle and a timeout as
All right,
they'll
so
try to
let's
put
see.
him on
What they
ice a
gonna do?
bit.
They gonna
And they
pass?
still have 2 timeouts left.
Let's go cover 4
This
versus
is
Case.
3rd and 2.
We're
Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
man Walker. That's all right.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is
The ball out early is inaccurate. So we'll get the ball back and we'll take some more deep shots and see what we can get from that. No animations. Hold on, what you say? One of y'all said something about verses. I want to see what y'all said there. Versus always have done a good job, man, with doing, slider sets that alleviate some of the issues in the game. Gotta always give him his credit on that. Gotta give Versus his credit for that, man. He's always been done a very
and a nice job here to down this
he didn't touch it. I thought he touched it. Oh, let's see if he touched it. That could be a bug. Let's see. Did Eli touch it? No, he didn't. Interesting. For example, the CFM game today, Rams were in the red zone with a timeout late in the first half and called a timeout and let the clock run out. Just one example of a huge issue. Okay, yeah. That sounds like a problem.
That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game.
Let's see. What did my man say here? Let me pause it for a minute. I want to get to some of you guys' comments. If somebody wants an arcade football game, give them an arcade game. I don't think sim competitive arcade should exist in their own setting. They should be in their own game, in my opinion. Okay. That's a fair point. Football first, great point. Yeah, man, it's got to be football first. Just have Madden be the sim football game we've been asking for while the NFL Street makes a return. I mean, I agree with that too, man. I've always said that maybe they could do another game, but Madden has grown into this pop culture thing. It's like it's gonna be really hard to sell that, but we'll see. But let me get to the comment somebody said about Versus, and then I'll get back to the game. What y'all say? Somebody said something about Versus. I missed it, man. So whoever was talking about Versus, say that again so I can see your comment, because I can't seem to find it.
because some of these
Yeah,
receivers
you just have a big issue with Tiburon, man.
but they still let you know.
And it's cool, man. I just, again, no, Rod, I have to ask you, though. I just have to ask. Why do you frequent these streams and shows about Madden? Oops. I don't get it. I just don't understand it, man. I have to ask you that question. And there's no hard feelings. I don't mind you coming to the stream. I'm not asking because it's annoying, nothing like that. I literally want to know. Because I see a lot of people do that. I see a ton of people who openly display their dislike or disdain for Tiburon or Madden or whatever, but they are involved in every conversation relative to Madden and or EA Tiburon. I don't get it. I'm really asking, like seriously asking, why? I don't get it. And again, you know, I don't know how you're going to take this comment. I'm not trying to, you know, not trying to shoot a jab at you, not making nothing. I'm legitimately asking because my experience, what I tell you guys, what I always do, you know, I don't like calling. Let's see how they react. Good defense by the underneath player right there. Great defense. What defense was it? I didn't even read the defense. Okay, that was man coverage. Let's see if we can get in the zone and try to throw the ball deep again. Trying to test the safeties. Let's put Antonio Brown in the street. Let's send McDonald downfield also. See what happens. Let's throw it to Bryant. Safety waiting too long to react. See, I don't like that. Don't like that. Why is he doing that?
So another big shot dodge there.
Why is he doing that? What defense was that? That's a cover two again. Now again, when I watch NY stream, I didn't see this. Maybe it's ratings. Why is he waiting so long? I want to see him charged after that. You know what I mean? I want to see him react to that, man. We're going to do it again. Let's do verts one more time. And then, you know, I'll go ahead and close out of the game after that because, you know, again, it doesn't really matter what's happening here. All right, so let's also send Connor on street. And we're going to see what these two safeties are doing. Maybe throw it to Antonio Brown.
He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown.
Safety waited too long.
And he's able to get this one all the way
once again.
past the 30.
That safety waited too long. I'm beginning to think that it's tied to ratings, man. Well, he's not. Neither one of them are actually playing in the middle of the field. Yeah. Okay. I'll give him a pass on this particular coverage here because you got to remember it's 5 wide. So this dude, take your pick, right? Yeah. So they did their job here because they got to play their thirds of the field. This safety actually did exactly what he's supposed to do. You know, you got to split this side of the formation. These two guys are your threat. And you got to jump, you know, whoever is closest to your vicinity. This is the lone man out right here. He gets caught in no man's land. That's Antonio Brown. So, yeah, that I can see this happening. Now, here's some feedback. You know, even though this is is that the linebacker? Yeah, that's supposed to happen. That's Morgan. Some feedback here is I want to see more of a realistic interaction right here. As you can see right here, they created this animation. I want to see him try to bump him, you know, arm bar, get a PI, something. See, they played that animation too late, see? And this is what I talk about, guys, when I say independent interactions. Let this play out. Don't create this interaction, because by creating the interaction, what you do is you basically warp them into the two-man sequence to allow Morgan to play it out. But by doing that, you actually put Antonio Brown in position. Now, again, this is Antonio Brown on a linebacker, but what would the outcome have been if this was a real chuck and a real jam right here? What would the outcome have been? Maybe it throws off the timing a little bit, and look what's happening. My man might get free. See what I'm saying? We got to get that organic Interaction, that one-to-one interaction, allowing two players to interact, but it's one-to-one. It's not a two-man animal. Again, I will say this again, loud and clear. I am rooting for 2K Sports to deliver on that, because they said in the blog that you're not going to see any animations like that, any drawn together anime. If they do it, yes, now you have a company that is forcing the hand of the other sports games. The bar is set now, so I hope they deliver on that, because then you know it's possible.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have
not as good of a reaction right there by the linebacker. It was more of a bad throw.
unable to complete it there, and
I'm just trying to test out, these safeties deep downfield.
The mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on.
Let me see. I'm missing a whole lot of you guys.
Just off just by a bit. Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
You say you want the game better, plain and simple, but you don't. All you do is complain. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see what happens here. Good reaction by the safety, but he should pick that off. What I'm saying to you, Neyron, and I don't even know if I'm saying your name correctly. All you do is cry and complain about your dislike of Tiburon. I have yet to hear you give any feedback. I'm just keeping it 100. Like I said, this ain't nothing personal to you. I'm just calling it like it is. A lot of you guys come in here and y'all give actual feedback. A lot of guys have done it tonight. Man, they should do this, man, they should do that. I have yet to really see you give constructive feedback. The most thing you do is complain or say how bad EA Tiburon is. So, that being, oh, I just want the game better. What are you doing to help? Now, if that's just not your lane, cool. But like I said, you coming into Madden streams and just complaining about the company, what does that do? Like, how are you being effective? I'm just saying. But you're free to do what you want, my brother. You are free to do what you want to do. Let's go take a look at that. Now I'm actually going to end this game, man. It's not about winning or losing here. Cover 2. So let's see how the pressure that the defense was put on in this scenario. Let's start off with the deep safety. Again, he's in a pressure situation because he has to commit to somebody. His reaction time is way late. Again, as you're trying this out, try it with different safeties. Earl Thomas was yoking this every single time when NY Kia was trying to pull this off. He reacts late, and he doesn't. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Now I'm accusing him for something that he didn't do. He did react pretty good to this guy if the ball would have been here, but he impedes his progress. So let's see. Who probably should have ran with... Okay, this is what I would like to see you guys do a little differently. This is cover 2. I understand that. But again, the rules of coverage. Listen, even when I played strong safety. The rules of coverage is you maintain your area first. When that position, your area is no longer posing a threat, now you have to turn this into something else. One of these guys should have went vertical or at least start drifting because your threats are here. Now, you do have your help here, but you're putting your safety in a very compromising position. Now, some people would say, yeah, well, that's just the problem you're going to run into with cover 2 versus trips, et cetera, et cetera. I get it. But I want to see these guys react more to the situation than just their responsibility. That is a level that the game hasn't gotten to yet. Now, that could be asking for a lot. But what I would love for the defense to start doing, and this is what I'm talking about when I'm referring to adaptive AI, not just remembering the play, but adapt to the situation. Quarterback is rolling to his right. There is nobody here. Both of these guys should start, okay, he's going to the right. Let's start drifting back. Let's drift towards where any of these possible threats are. So imagine what happens if this guy continues, he comes back a little deeper. He takes Antonio Brown away. If he just continues to drift, There's nobody here. What blade of grass are they covering? Like I said, when NYK was labbing with Seattle's defense, they was playing this better. But still, the technique is not there. The logic is not fully there. So what has been tuned up to this point is reaction time. Again, I've talked to the devs, I've talked to A-Dub, these guys who work with this, they know this is things that they're putting in place. Cannot tell you how soon or how far away, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I still have to criticize the game for how it's being presented right now. Regardless of what I know that could be coming in the future, I have to criticize the game for where it's at right now. And right now, this is still a problem for me. Those flat feet and guys just going to their area and they're just posting up. Even this dude, I'm able to get it into Martavis Bryant in this scenario as well. Because nobody is continuing to move. Look for work. That was what I was taught in the secondary. Look for work. If nobody is in your area, somebody crosses your face, look for work. So that's it. Those are my pain points, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying here to round it up. And we're going to be out of here. The average guy wants to mash buttons, not play actual football. That is a fact. Yeah, sure, is right. It takes no thought to say that this is not right. It takes effort to voice resolutions. Absolutely, man. It does. You know, I don't know. But hey, we can't worry about that. Dude got the defense when zone coverage that they supposed to do, but it was a wrong play call. Listen, Antonio, here's the problem. Everybody seems to think that I'm saying that these players are doing the wrong thing. Let me spell this out one more time, because a lot of people not a lot, just a handful. A lot of people, and I just said a lot again, but some of you guys seem to not understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that what they did is wrong in terms of their coverage. What I'm saying is, I want to see guys diagnose what's going on. That was advertised in Madden 25 on that stage at E3. That's what Andrew Wilson said. Most people who've played a level of football know if you play in the secondary, your responsibility is to cover your area. There's also opportunity where if nobody is in your immediate area and you're in zone, look for work. That is taught on every level. Look for work. It's never taught for you to just stand there and look at open grass. Then when there's no running back coming out the backfield. It's never taught to be done that way. You play your area. If you don't see anything, you start looking for work. Even if you don't play coverage, look at the quarterback and start reading what he's doing. This is what I'm saying. That's not in this game. And if people don't get what I'm trying to say there, I'm sorry. We just don't agree. It's not that they need to make the play. I'm not asking that guy to take that ball from Antonio Brown. I'm just saying show some awareness of what's happening. That's all I'm saying. Your threat. Who's your closest threat? Regardless of your immediate zone area, where's the threat? You have to look for work. That's something I've heard from coaches for years upon years. Look for work. Get to your spot. Cover yours. If nothing's there, look for work. That's all. Now, whether the guy makes the play or not, that is left to be determined. Don't expect everybody to make the play, but I do expect them to have knowledge of what's happening. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm starting to believe that this is how the developers want Madden to play. They want an arcade style. No, that's not true. At least that's not conversations we have. But if it comes off that way, that's the only way you can judge it. So I respect that opinion, my man. But all right, guys, I'm out of here, man. That's going to do it for tonight. I appreciate you guys coming through. You guys definitely try for yourselves, man, and report the bad, the good, etc., etc. I'm always going to say this. Forget the middleman. If you're on Twitter, send it to the devs. Because the more people that are speaking, it's power in numbers. If it comes from me, it looks like it's just coming from me. So I encourage all of you guys, if you're on Twitter, make sure you send it to Rex. Send it to Clint. Send it to A-Dub, Anthony White. It's very, very easy to find these guys on Twitter. There you go. All right. Last comment. Cover should be organic. Cover 2 is deadly when it's played. This Mobuto. Thank you. Thank you. This is all I'm saying. Coverage is organic. The reason for any of you guys that saw Troy Polamalu play, the reason why Polamalu made a lot of plays is because he did stuff organically, on the fly. He might have changed, he completely changed up what the play was supposed to be because he recognized something. That's what I'm saying. That's football, man. That's football. That's the way it's taught. Again, I played in the secondary. That's how it was taught. Go to your responsibility, and from there, you're just reacting. That's how it's taught. That's how it was taught, man. Yeah. And hey, I'm gonna keep on preaching it, man, until I get tired of it. So, all right, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all, it's been a great night tonight. Again, y'all give y'all own feedback. Try it out for yourselves. Don't just take my word for it. We all have our different opinions, whether it's, we agree or disagree. It's all love. It's all love. So that's going to do it, man. For you guys who are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw. If not, no hard feelings. For you guys who are subscribed, cut on your notifications so you know when there's a new stream, video, etc. And I promise, it'll never hurt you to hit that like button. All right, guys, that's going to do it. We'll catch you next time. More than likely, it will be next Tuesday. Definitely not going to be Sunday, being that football is starting on Sunday. So we'll see you guys again next Tuesday at 9:15-ish, around that time. 9 and 9:15 is when I'll get started Eastern time. But we'll see you guys again, all right? Y'all watch some football this week. Enjoy your weekend or what have you. I holla. Peace.